Hey friends, I'm Shaz and welcome back to the Ministry of Reviews. I'm back with another review of a car media adapter, also known as a CarPlay AI box. This one is from the Heyincar brand and the model is called H Max. This is another model that runs on the latest Android 13 system with 8 gigs of RAM and 128 gigs of storage with an option to expand storage with a memory card. You can also insert a SIM card to access internet, or you can simply connect it with your mobile's hotspot. So what you get inside the box is the standard user manual, a pin to open the SIM card tray. You also get some cables to connect the adapter with your car, and you just need one of these cables depending on whether your car has a USB Type-C plug or a Type-A plug. And finally, the Heyincar H Max CarPlay adapter. Now let's have a closer look at this adapter. It's a very small and compact device, measuring only 9 cm wide and 2 cm thick. It's an all-plastic body with the ambient LED logo on the top that illuminates when connected in the car. And in terms of the connections, we have the slot for the TF or the micro SD memory card, the SIM card slot, and the Type-C USB plug that connects the cable with the car. So overall, it's a nice looking, compact and lightweight device. Now let me connect it with my car, and then I will start testing the different functions and features of this new Heyincar H Max car media adapter. So keep watching, guys. Alright friends, so I'm in my car. I've got the device ready with me here. Now I'll connect this device through the Type-C plug here with the system of my car. But at the same time, I would also like to see how long does this device take to start when we switch on the engine of the car. So I've got my stopwatch ready here as well. So now let me connect this. Let's start the timer. Alright, so it takes around 19 seconds, let's say 19 seconds for the device to start and get to the home page or the landing page of the system that looks like this. Alright, so this is the main home page or the landing page of the Android 13 operating system on this new Heyincar H Max device, and I can tell you this is definitely one of the good looking user interface I've tested on my channel. It looks very nice, very clean. The good thing about this user interface is the number of applications that you can add to the favorites bar right at the bottom. It's amazing. You don't have to actually go to the full app view to access any of your favorite apps. Now before I start, a couple of important points to keep in mind. One, this adapter works only in cars that support wired CarPlay function. Two, this adapter can be used in cars with touchscreen and also in cars without touchscreen, those with knob controls or touch panels or the steering wheel controls. And for these type of non-touchscreen cars, you just need to get one of those Bluetooth Air Mouse remote controls like this one that connects through the Bluetooth. That makes it very easy for this device to be used in those non-touchscreen cars. So now let me give you a quick overview of this layout. So what you see here is definitely the navigation. Then you've got the media. You can connect this device with your mobile through the Bluetooth for music or making calls. Then you've got in-car, which is the connection to the wireless CarPlay and the wireless Android Auto. Easy connection is for mobile screen mirroring. You've got 3 recently used applications appearing here, and right at the bottom is where you see the time, the connections. On the left side you have this, which actually takes you to the full app view. So these are all the applications that are installed onto this device. Now you can actually go to Play Store or the APK installer to install more apps on this device if you want. And if you click here, it brings you back to the main home page or the landing page. Then you've got the settings section, and these are the standard settings section for Android devices. And then you've got this button here is exactly the same as in-car link, which is connecting to wireless CarPlay and the wireless Android Auto systems. And then you've got 10 spots to add your favorite applications. And if you want to change any of these, simply long press and remove and then you'll get this plus sign. Click on it, and then you can add any of your favorite apps from the ones that are already installed onto this device. There you go. So this is one of my favorite features with this device. The number of favorite apps that are actually 10 that you can add at the bottom of the screen. So as I said earlier, it's a very nice looking user interface. You've got all the important applications, all important information like navigation, connections, media playing, appearing on the main page itself. Now, so for us, in order to test the performance of this new HMax CarPlay media adapter, now I will start testing some of the important and frequently used applications and some of the basic functionalities and the features of this new Heyincar HMax CarPlay media adapter. Alright, so the first thing I would like to show you is how to connect this device with internet. Now you've got two options to do that. You can either insert a SIM card onto the SIM card tray in this device, or you can connect this device to the mobile's hotspot. So you can simply go to the settings, go to the Wi-Fi here, and then look for internet, and then you can find your network and connect. I've already connected this with my mobile's hotspot, and you can see it's connected. So this is one way of doing it, connecting it through your mobile's hotspot, or you can insert a data SIM card for convenience. And now I can start testing some of the different applications that require internet. Alright, so the first application I would like to test on this device is YouTube. So let's click here, YouTube. And as you can see, it's very quick to load, and that tells you how fast this device is. As soon as you click on the icon, it takes maybe a second for the device or for the application to load. Alright, so now let's play one of the videos.
Finally, the famous corporate brand.
Alright, so as you can see, this is YouTube, one of my videos, and it's playing very nicely. And the good thing is that now, because it's connected with your car, you can use the steering wheel controls to control the volume and other things. So let's increase it.
With 1024 by 600 resolution.
Alright, so playing very nicely. Now, a couple of things I want to test. One is whether the audio and the video is in sync. And as you can see, completely in sync. Let me just go back a little bit.
Hey guys, I'm Shaz and welcome back to the Ministry of Reviews. Finally, the famous corporate brand has launched their first ever portable car screen.
Alright, so you can see the audio and the video is completely in sync. I know some of my viewers have complained about some other devices that the audio is completely out of sync, but in this particular device, it's completely in sync. And the other thing I would like to test is see if we can get 1080p output. So this video is playing in 720, which for me is good enough for a small car screen. But if you want to increase that, you can go all the way up to 1080p, which is full HD. But again, I would suggest to keep it 720 because in a small car screen, 720 is good enough and it will not overload your internet or the device. And as you can see, it's very clear, very nice, very smooth. It doesn't buffer at all, no drop frames. Audio is also quite clear. So quite happy with the YouTube app on this device. Alright, so the next app I would like to test is the navigation app, which is obviously the most important app in any of the cars. So let's go to the Waze app. I like the Waze, but you can also use Google Maps, or you can install other applications if you have any. Let's resume. Alright, so as you can see, navigation is working quite nicely. Yeah, the screen is also quite responsive. Alright, so another very nice function in this device, just like some of the other devices I've tested, is called the split screen option. Basically, in this option, you get two apps running side by side at the same time. So let's test that. We go to this mini floating menu, click on this split screen. So now we've got navigation on the left side, and we can pick up another application to run on the right side. So let's pick up the YouTube app. And now you can see you've got navigation running on the left side and you've got YouTube on the right side. And both these screens are active. Alright, so the next feature I would like to test on this device is actually play a video file through the SD memory card. I've already inserted a micro SD card onto this device. So let's go to the File Explorer and let's go to the external memory here. I've got some sample videos, and what I would like to see is whether this device can play full HD at 60 frames per second. So I've got a different basically frequency or frames per second videos available, but I would just like to test one of these. So we'll go to the full HD 60 frames per second one. All right, so the video is playing quite nicely. Let's increase the volume. All right, so this is 60 frames per second full HD video, and as you can see, it's playing very nicely, very smoothly. All right, so the next app I would like to test on this device is Netflix. As you can see, Netflix is also quite quick to load. All right, so Netflix seems to be working fine as well. And you can quickly skip scenes as well. It doesn't take much time. Very quick to skip scenes. All right, so quite happy with the Netflix as well. All right, so the next app is one of my favorite apps, which I really love to have in my car, is the IPTV Smarters app, which is the live TV app. So let's test that. Now, obviously, this app is free to download, but you would need to have a package that you can then upload into this application to run your live TV content. All right, so let's go to the live TV. I've got some favorites. All right, so let's play one of these channels. Let's start with Disney. So it's quite quick to load the channels. Now let's try to change the channels. All right, so very quick to change channels. It takes probably a second to change the channels. And obviously you can blow this up to full screen. Let's go back. You can see the quality is very nice, and it doesn't buffer, doesn't lag, which is quite important when you're playing live streaming applications or channels. It's very nice and smooth. So quite happy with the live TV app on this device as well. All right, so now let's test the wireless Android Auto system. So we click on this icon here. It will take us to this page. Now the next step is basically go to your Android mobile, go to the settings, look for Bluetooth, and now add a new device. And then we should be able to see this new device as in-car link. There, click on this, pair the device, and that's it. So in a few seconds, we should be able to see the wireless Android Auto system appearing on the screen. Now, this is a one-time process, one-time setup process. You just need to create the connection between your mobile and this device through the Bluetooth, and that's it. Every time you come in the car, you don't have to do this connection again. You can directly go into the wireless Android Auto system that looks like this. So this is the landing page. You've got media running on the right side. You've got navigation on the left side. You've got some of the shortcut icons here. Now you can control this with voice input again, just like Apple CarPlay. Use voice commands to operate this device. If you click on these dots, it will take you to the full app view. These are all the apps that are available on Android Auto. Again, I will not explain the different functions and features of Android Auto on this in this video. If you want to know more about it, you can go and watch my other videos. I just wanted to see if this device can connect to wireless Android Auto, and it can. If you want full navigation, full page navigation, you simply click on this. You get the full screen, and as you can see, it's quite nice and responsive as well. Again, so many different functions and features available in Android Auto. Obviously, you can go to the settings option and change the look and feel, the wallpaper, the icon if you want. But Android Auto works quite nicely and looks quite good as well. Now let's come out of it. All right, friends, so apologies for a different view. I had to change my camera. Now I'll connect this device to the wireless Apple CarPlay. So we click on this icon here. It takes us to this connection page. And the next step is actually go to the iPhone, go to the Bluetooth settings, and look for this new device as in-car link Max here. Click on it, pair the device, allow it to sync contacts and favorites, use CarPlay. So that's it. Very quick, few steps, and then you see the connection getting established. And it's a very quick connection, I must tell you. It doesn't take a lot of time, and it's a one-time connection. You just have to establish this connection with your mobile, between the device and the mobile once, and then every time you sit in the car, switch it on, you get an option of directly going into the wireless CarPlay system. And it's very nice, looks quite good. The screen is quite responsive. Now this is a landing page, which is a navigation. You click on this, you get to the full app view. This is the full apps, and this is the split screen view on the Apple CarPlay. So you've got some of the applications on the left side, you've got navigation here, you've got media running on the right side, and you click on these dots, it will take you to the full app view. These are all the different applications that are available and compatible to the CarPlay system. And you can see they're quite nice. And you can go to the settings and change the wallpaper and some of the other things, but very quick to connect Apple CarPlay. It's working quite nicely as well. So there is another very nice feature on this device called mobile screen mirroring. Basically, it will mirror the screen of your mobile onto the screen of your car. So what you need to do is go to this EasyCon. This is the Easy Connection. Carbet Link is the application name. And what you need to do is simply go to your iPhone. I'm testing this on my iPhone, and you can do it on your Android mobile as well. So drop down to Command Center, click on Mobile Screen Mirroring, and click on Carbet. And that's it. So very quick to connect. And now this is the mobile screen mirroring, which has been activated, and you can go to any of these apps, and then you'll get the same view on the screen of your car. And you see there isn't much lag between the two screens as well. So a very, very nice and handy feature to have in your car. That's it, friends. So this was a quick review of this new CarPlay media adapter from Heyincar. We've tested different functions and features and the different applications. Everything worked really, really well. I did not encounter any problems while testing this device. I've been testing this since yesterday. Everything is completely in order. I must say, these devices nowadays are all really good. They don't have any bugs or any issues, and it's very difficult for people to pick the right one. But I tried to show all the different functions, features, and the overall performance of this device in this video. And if you like it, if you want to buy this, simply go to the link in the description of this video. It will take you directly to the official store where you can buy this new Heyincar H-Max CarPlay media adapter. That's it, friends. If you like my content, you can go and support this channel with the super thanks icon below. And if you are new to my channel, please do subscribe and click on that bell icon so you won't miss out on any of my upcoming videos. Thanks for watching, guys.